Well, we've all had a bad boss or two, but could they be a contender for Australia's worst boss? The hunt is on, with workers being asked to spill the tea on the most outrageous, hilarious or shocking story about their boss.
I worked at a company in upstate New York, and my boss was in upstate New York, but we also did business in Washington, D.C., and he had a whole second family in Washington, D.C.
My boss used to say he was going to do paperwork out the back, and then he would pull up like a Japanese bamboo sheet curtain and have naps out the back.
OK, to find out more, I'm joined by psychologist and chief executive of Compono, Rudy Krause. Rudy, fill me in. What's this all about?
Well, Kate, I think we've all known stories about bosses, bad bosses, have worked with bad bosses, or perhaps even have been bad bosses. And Compono has launched Australia's Worst Boss because we believe that to inspire the best, we have to expose the worst. So we're on a mission to understand what bad bosses look like, what do they have in common from a behavioural personality perspective, and then, more importantly, what do their redemption stories look like? What does it look like when they turn things around? So as of today, we're launching Worst Boss campaign. You can go on to the Australian public and go on to www.worstboss.com.au. Tell us your stories. The Australian public will vote. The winner gets a $5,000 holiday, and we're also donating $1 for every vote that we get to Are You OK Day.
Well, it absolutely sounds like some great contenders that we just saw there. You've had more than 20 years' experience as a corporate psychologist, so you must have come across some bad bosses in your time.
A fair few. I think one that really stands out is a CEO that at SLT, senior leadership meetings, that when under pressure would throw his phone at people. I think also when I was younger as a psychologist, I used to work for these two founders that at work events, they maybe had a little bit too much to drink, and in front of staff they would actually have punch-ups.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, this may sound like a little bit of fun, but having a bad experience at work can of course have a lasting impact. How can we deal with that?
Well, I think a part of what we really need to understand is how do we communicate to our bosses better ourselves as well. So it's not just about accepting how the boss is treating you, but how you can contribute to their day, how you can make them essentially respect you and trust you. But in terms of your own mental health, of course, you've got to go seek help, whether that's through an EAP or go speak to a psychologist, but really understanding that two-way street between yourself and the boss and seeing how you can help them be a better leader as well.
All right, so Australia's Worst Boss, you said jump online. How can we nominate them, and will they know they've been nominated?
So when you go online and people put in their details, it can be anonymous, but of course if you want to be in the running for the prize, you've got to give us a little bit of details of yourselves, but don't tell us who your boss is and don't tell us what company they've worked for, because obviously we want to keep that quite private. But when we're voting, we make those stories available for the public, and the public can vote, and we'll announce the winner in October.
I can't imagine it's an honour that too many people would be fond of receiving, and of course, as you said, it is all for a good cause.
100%.
Wonderful, Rudy. Thank you so much for your time and good luck on the hunt.
Thanks for having me.